Hey YouTube, I'm back, and this week I want you to talk about the fact that who we are to the world is not always set in stone. We are who we choose to be. So I was thinking about it today, the fact that there are certain things about who we are that we can't change about ourselves. Such as, I can't change the fact that I'm gay, I can't change the fact that I'm incredibly tall, I can't change the fact that I'm white, little things like that. You can't change them. They are part of who you are, but there is a lot of things about your life and who you are that you can change. The first one that springs to mind with me is having a positive or negative attitude. A lot of people have a very negative attitude towards everything, and they seem to get stuck in that. And it's I have moments in my life where I can be quite a negative person, but I'm not all the time. It's about realising to yourself that you can choose to look at everything incredibly negatively, or you can choose to look at things incredibly positively. And if you take this one stage further, then it's not just about making the decision, oh, I'm going to be more positive about this. It's also about the way you act and the way you talk about things. You can choose to sit and moan and bitch about things that have gone wrong, or you can sit there and say to yourself, yeah, these things have happened, but I will take these steps to improve on that and make the next stage of my life better than the last. And that also goes down to how you want to be perceived by others. If you want to be perceived as the person who makes comments about people or comments on everything in a kind of negative way without trying, constructive criticism is never a bad thing. So I'm not saying you can't pick something apart, but it's about having that attitude of I'm trying to build to something more positive as opposed to just I want to say something bad. And the weird thing about that is the fact that it's not just saying bad things. You can say quite positive things, but they can still be negative in their own way. You look at stereotyping, for example, you've got a lot of negative stereotypes out there. You've got things like the stereotype that black people are more violent, or that Muslim people are terrorists, things like that are completely untrue, but are negative in what they're about. But the problem is that there are a lot of positive stereotypes that are just as bad in a way. The little things like making comments about somebody and assuming that they're good at something because they're part of a particular subset of society, assuming that somebody who is black is good at football because they're more athletic, or thinking that someone who is Asian is better at maths. They're positive stereotypes because you're saying, oh, this person has this good quality because of the subset they're from, but it's not true for all the people of that subset. There are some Asian people who are fantastic at maths, but there are also some Caucasian people, there are some black people. You can't just limit it to a subset like that. And by putting out these positive stereotypes, you're kind of making the point that if somebody who is part of that subset, for example, a black person, if they're not good at sport, then you're basically saying that they're not a part of that subset, or that they don't deserve to be part of that subset, and that's not what it's about. Things like that, you can't sit there and say, all this is about this, and all these people do this. You can't say that. I know that myself, as an openly gay man, I'm perfectly happy to poke fun at myself, and I'm perfectly happy to poke fun at the fact that I'm gay. I'm happy to do that because, it's a part of who I am, and if you can't laugh at yourself, you're kind of missing the whole point. But it's when people are making quite earnest comments, things like, oh, does my outfit look good? I wanted a gay's opinion. Things like that, it's well, there is more to me than that, and just because I'm part of that subset doesn't mean that I particularly know about fashion or things like that. Plus, what exactly do you expect me to say to that? Do you expect me to turn around and go, no, you look fucking shit, go back inside your room and change? No, I'm not going to do that. Because I'm a nice person, generally. So what exactly are you expecting from me? Yeah. So yeah, obviously last week I talked about some quite emotional stuff, but I talked about a change that I was making so that I could leave behind the negativity of my past. And I got some quite positive response from that, so I wanted to thank everyone who did comment, who liked the video, everyone who watched the video even, just for taking out some time to sit and watch something that was quite personal to me. So thank you for watching all of that, and thank you for your response. But the whole point of that video and the whole point of this video is the fact that yeah, bad things happen in the world, but it's about your attitudes to them and about the steps that you choose to take in response to them that define you as a person. Yeah, I've got a lot of bad crap in my history, a hell of a lot, but that doesn't mean that I need to be a miserable person all the time because I've got that right, or that, because I'm gay, therefore I need to run around and join every musical theatre group that exists. I can make the choices to be who I want to be, and that, for me, is kind of what life is about. I've chosen to spend my time building a career in film because that's what I'm passionate about. And I read on hypnosis because that's something else I'm passionate about. I read on quantum physics because I'm passionate about it. None of those things can really be defined as, oh, you do that because you're gay, or there are lots of gay people who do that. I'm pretty certain that having a fascination with quantum physics isn't a stereotypically gay thing to be doing, but I am doing it and I am gay. And that's kind of the world we live in. You can't sit there and go, oh, these people do this, these people do that. That's not what it's about. It's about this person does this, that person does that. If we keep sticking to these mindsets, and even some joking comments that reinforce those particular stereotypes, then how are we as a society ever going to progress? We won't. So yeah, that's the kind of message I want to get across this week, is that we are who we are because we choose to be those people. If you're not happy with who you are, the only person you can blame is yourself. If there's something in your life you want to change, then change it. There are always ways around the things that you don't like in your own life. And it's just about taking those steps to turn around to the world and say, you know what, this is who I am. Either take it or just leave. Because life is too short to be worrying about what people think, or to be worrying about all the negative things in your life. If you want to do that, then by all means go ahead and do it, but I'm not going to want to socialise with you because I'm a positive person, I want to be a positive person, and I want to be around positive people. So, from here on out, I know I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I do sometimes say things or do things that kind of feed into certain stereotypes, or that are essentially very negative in nature, and I want to change that about myself. So I'm going to. It's as simple as that, really. It's like what I was saying about New Year's resolutions. If you want to change something, just do it. Don't sit and wait for an excuse to do it. Don't wait till Mother's Day to show your mother that you care about her. Don't wait for someone's birthday to show them affection. If you're going to do it, then just do it. Because you don't know what's coming around the corner, and if you've got the time to do it, then do it. Why waste any more time? So that's my little rant over for today. Click like if you agree with me that we are who we choose to be, not what people expect of us, or what our history tells us to be. We are who we choose, and that's just the way things are. So give a thumbs up if you like it, leave a comment if you've got anything more to add, because I'm probably sure I've missed something, because I'm like that. There's also going to be a link kind of here somewhere, or maybe on my face. Click on my face. Click on my face and there will be another little video which will be like a vloggy style video, because I haven't done like a catch-up video in a while, and I've got a few things brewing on the horizon, so I thought I would actually let you know. So click my face to go and see that video. Kind of look like Madonna. Anyway, so yeah, just gonna stand here for a minute and just wait for you to click that little button right here. Yep, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week, when I will probably be having a little bit of a crisis because I'm turning 20 soon. So, thank you, and I will see you around.